Ubi ASMR, and I promised you that I was gonna do 2 videos today. So I did one tapping video, and then this one is just gonna be me giving you some personal attention and talking to you. Okay, as you can see, my hair is different from the video beforehand because it is hot in this house. I'm burning up right now, but I don't want to put on the AC because, you know, I'm just trying to like preserve the energy. I don't pay light, but I feel like it's messed up to like, you know, overdo it with the AC, because I feel like whoever is paying light is really paying. Okay, anyway, with that being said, let us continue on into what I want to talk to you guys about. So I know that I've spent some time away. It's been a week, but it's been a productive week for me, and I just want to share, you know, and spread some light and positivity to you guys, especially now that things are starting to kind of ease back into some sort of a normalcy, even though a lot of people are kind of abusing what's going on outside and not doing the right thing. So more cases are starting to spike up again. I don't know where you're currently living right now, but in NYC, you know, people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and a lot of places, Florida, California, you know, there's more cases coming up for COVID, and it's just such a shame. However, we got to look at the positive things and be grateful and just express gratitude during these times of uncertainty, and also just make sure that our mental state is well. And I want to apologize right now because my dog, my puppy, pup, is moving around so much, and he's laying down, so I don't even know why he's making so much noise. McGregor, stop. Cut it out. He just looked like this. He's like biting his hands, and he goes, "What's up, girl?" Like, you don't hear me whispering? First of all, this is hilarious because I feel like you guys know me to be very zen, and I am, no doubt about it, but I am very loud. My normal voice, I'm loud, like, and I didn't even realize how loud I was until people brought it up to my attention, like, "You're very loud," and I was like, well, I like being loud. So, and with you guys, I get to be nice and quiet, right? I get to practice this low, beautiful, relaxing voice. Anyway, I want to share with you guys some of the things that I've been doing this week. So this week I've been working heavily on my website. I've been working on the computer and just setting things up and aligning everything so that when I launch on July 1st, everything is in order. Nothing is gonna be, you know, disorganized. I don't like being disorganized, especially in my work. Like my work ethic, I have to be I'm very detail oriented. Is that a whole helicopter? Or is that a motorcycle? Okay. I hope that didn't distract you guys too much. That was a little distracting. But anyway, so I like to be as goal-oriented as possible, so I'm always constantly jotting things down in my books. I have so many, but this is like, honestly, this has been the go-to book, especially this month, in just jotting down the things that I really, you know, care to achieve and accomplish, especially like, you know, notes that I take from the things that I'm learning. I have been doing a lovely comeback challenge with Tony Robbins, and if you guys don't know who Tony Robbins is, he is a motivational speaker, an amazing force. You guys should really check him out, listen to some of his sessions. He's really empowering. He has such a beautiful way about him and a great perspective, you know, and I think it's important to listen to people that are uplifting and who challenge themselves, you know, and I can tell that he holds himself accountable to the things that he's telling us to do, right? And I love that. I appreciate that, because that's what I do. Anything that I tell you guys to do, or, you know, I advise you to do to lift yourselves up, or to love yourself better, or just to feel more whole, right? The only reason why I'm able to tell you guys those things is because I'm constantly doing the same thing, reminding myself of these things. I don't know what's going on upstairs. I hope that doesn't bother you too much. But anyway, I've been doing this comeback challenge. Today was day 6 or 5. Day 5. Day 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it was excellent. The first day was so powerful. The first day ran for 3 hours. It was supposed to be 1 hour. He went on for 3, but it was so powerful. It was so motivational. I felt so determined, and I'm really happy that I get to share a little bit of what I learned. So I took notes, as I told you guys. What the? Sorry. I took notes. By the way, my book says she is clothed with strength and dignity. Proverbs 31:25. This is obviously a biblical verse, and it is Christian. And I really like this book because it has a bunch of, oh, look at my handwriting, y'all. It has a bunch of scriptures on the bottom of the book, and I really appreciate it. And then on the top you can write the date. So I just used this book fresh on 6/23/2020. So the comeback challenge day 1, one of the first things that really stuck with me and resonated was see things as they are, not as worse than what it is. See things as they are, not as worse than what it is. How many of you guys have seen things as worse than what it is and caused yourself extra stress because of it? Put a hand in the air if that's you. Do you do that sometimes? I know that I do that all of the time, or I did that all of the time. And one of the beautiful things that he said, a message that he shared, was like old story versus new story, right? And your old story could be just yesterday, okay? You don't have to hold yourself to that old story. We are moving forward, and we want to move forward into this new story. We want to build ourselves up into this new beginning. And when we hold ourselves back by continuously telling that old story, it's really a shame, you know. And I loved when he said that, when he just expressed like why it's important to let go of that old story and just like dive into that new story. And I'm going to share some of the things that he said about that. One of the things that he said was, without vision, people perish, right? And I tell you guys this all the time. I think that vision, having a vision, you know, I expressed to you guys how much I love vision boards. It's beautiful because it helps you to see exactly the things that you want to attain in your life. It doesn't have to be necessarily goals that you have to, you know, whatever. It could be as simple as, I want to experience joy in my life. I want to experience more joy and less anger. So what can you do to experience more joy and less anger? Work on your inner self. Work on that anger. What is going on in your life that stresses you? How can you release yourself from that stress? What can you do to take yourself out of those stressful situations? So it's beautiful because you see it, you visualize the things that you want, and then what happens? You start to really do things or focus on things that'll get you closer to that vision or to that goal, or, you know, to that desire that you have, those passions that you want to be closer to. So now, I also love that what he said, you know, the past does not equal your future. The past does not equal your future. The past does not equal your future. A lot of us feel like the things that we go through or the things that we went through are just, you know, that's our fate. You know what? That's who I am. You know, you go through pain. Well, I'm just meant to feel that, you know. I haven't had a loving relationship. Well, maybe I wasn't meant to have a loving relationship. Stop that right now. If that is you, if that sounds like something that you say, you gotta really change the monologue Change what's going on. Change the conversation that you're having with yourself. Change the conversation that you're having with the universe. Change the conversation that you're having with those around you. You do not want to speak that out into existence. What you think becomes things. Your thoughts become things, and I do not want you guys to continue to say these negative things about yourself, about the world around you, because what happens is that's what happens. That is what becomes your surrounding. That is what becomes your thought process. Not okay. Not okay. If you're constantly filling yourself with that negativity, that is what you become. Okay, and I don't want you guys to do that. It is not beneficial to you, your mind, your body, your soul, and you work too hard to get to where you are to just continue to do that to yourself. Okay, very important, very important. You lower your energy when you beat yourself up. You lower your energy when you beat yourself up. You lower your energy when you beat yourself up. How many of you during this pandemic have spent a lot of time beating yourself up? Maybe you felt like you could have done more during the pandemic. Understood. Guess what? We all have regrets. We all make mistakes, right? What can you do today that can change that? What can you do right now that can change that? How can you plan for tomorrow so that tomorrow you feel like you can get things done? You feel like you can feel accomplished. What can you do? Okay, again, I tell you guys all the time, each new day is an opportunity to begin again. Do not beat yourself up today, because tomorrow you're still going to feel that overwhelming feeling of lack of worth, lack of, just this lack of power. You leave yourself feeling powerless when you put yourself down. You leave yourself feeling lack of energy. Okay, full circle, lack of energy. You want to have as much energy as possible. You need to be kind to yourself. 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 Stop beating yourself up. If you get one thing from today, stop beating yourself up. I want you guys to learn from hurt and embrace the lessons. Learn from hurt and embrace the lessons, okay? Problems, instead of looking at them as, oh my God, that again, or why is this happening to me? Instead of pitying yourself for the things that are happening in your life, see them as your ally. And I loved when he talked about this. He said, the power of problems, the goodness of problems. He said, problems are a sign of life. It's your next lesson. And I told you guys there is blessings in the lesson, right? So I love how full circle this is. There are blessings in the lessons. There is power in your problems. They are telling you that you are alive. They are a sign of life, right? They are your lesson. Your problems are a lesson. There's a reason why you're going through it. And in this reason, it's a season. Remember that it's just temporary. Remember that it's just temporary. What you do to overcome this problem is what makes you you. What you do to overcome this problem is what makes you strong. What you do to overcome this problem is what makes you resilient. If you overcome this, you can overcome that. If you overcome this, you are strong enough to face that. And that's what I want you guys to understand, okay? And, one of the things he said that I loved was screw easy. I want to be better. I want things to change, then I have to change. If there's problems going on, what can I do to find that solution? There's always a solution to the problem. There is always a solution to the problem. Amen. There is always a solution to the problem. What is the solution in your life? What can you stand to change? What can you stand to change in your perspective? How can you feed your mind with more positivity? How can you rid yourself of that negativity? What can you do today to make a better tomorrow? Okay, so it all ties in. It all ties in. Your mindset, your state, your mental state, it's important. It's important. If you want to overcome battles, obstacles, you have to be in a good mental state. How can we get there? How can we get there? By realizing that yes, this problem is a problem, but it's temporary. Yes, this problem is a problem, but there is a solution. I can stand to change my perspective. I can stand to be more positive. I can stand to be kinder to myself. And the things that I speak to myself, to the universe, and to those around me affect my current state. So what can I do to fix that? What have I been saying that I can stand to change? Amen. Now, he talked about going through extreme stress, and he said push through. You'll be able to see how strong you are, right? So I talked about that resilience. Just proving to yourself that you can overcome these obstacles is so important, because that helps you to build that self-worth, build that self-esteem. Proving to yourself that you can overcome can help you to build yourself up. And in those moments where you really need a hug, where you really need a warm embrace, when you really need a friend, be that hug, be that warm embrace, be that friend to yourself. Your best friend is right here. It's right here. Not me, Ubi. I can be your next best friend. You gotta be your first best friend. Okay? Very important, guys. And I want you guys to really understand there is no peace until you make peace with yourself. You will not feel peace until there's peace within yourself, because you've made peace with self. That means forgiving yourself. I tell you guys so much to forgive yourself in order to forgive others, in order to forgive your past, in order to move from that past. You have to have a deeper understanding and a forgiveness for yourself, and be good to yourself. Love yourself. Learn to love yourself. That is so important. Let's see what else I can tell you. Had to add a little bit of spice into this everything night. I don't know why I do that. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm very annoying. I notice after when I rhyme, what the hell? I don't know. I'm not a poet. Maybe I am. Maybe in some other universe I am a poet. But I am a songwriter, so maybe that's what it is. But definitely, like, I've been feeling that a lot. Okay. So, when I started off, stop telling the old story. Let go of the loss of what we had to get the blessings of what we will have. Ooh, oh my God. Oh my God. Spirit fingers. That is mind blowing. Like, when he said that, I was just like, what? Stop telling the old story. Let go of the loss of what was to receive the blessing of what is coming. And that's where I'm gonna stop, because I want to talk to you guys about something he did. Tony Robbins, he did this wonderful exercise at the very end, and I'm gonna try to do it with you right now. And if you're sleeping right now or you're really tired, just visualize it. You don't have to do the arm movements, or if you're laying down, maybe you can. It's very simple. It's just something like this, allowing things in. Okay, so bear with me. But before I do that, I'm going to light a candle. Okay. I hope there's okay. I want to make sure. Okay. Oh God. Ow. Okay, that didn't work. I'm sorry guys, hold on. I forgot how to light a candle. Bless. Amen. The warm heart candle. Okay. Warm heart, vanilla, and star. I can't see because it's really dark in here. So, warm heart. Because we need our hearts to be open right now to receiving the blessings. Okay. And I have blue sage. Now, blue sage is good for cleansing your inner. White sage is used for the cleansing of your spaces, the cleansing of any negative energy. Blue sage is used for the cleansing within. So I'm gonna light this with the candle warm heart that I just lit. And just bear with me because I want you guys to really take advantage of that exercise that I'm gonna do with you guys. And I will tag Tony Robbins underneath so that you guys can really look him up if you haven't heard of him before, or if you have and you haven't given him the opportunity to speak life into you. I want you guys to really listen to at least one session with him. It's really beautiful. And honestly, my best friend let me know about Tony Robbins. I did not know who he was up until this month, so I'm really just blown away by the influence that he has on my life, and I want to spread the wealth because I think it's very important in this journey that we just spread the wealth. If we learn something that can help others, be that light in another person's world, in another person's universe. So amen, 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 amen. Let us shift into the exercise. Okay, my sweetheart. So we're going to begin. Now for this exercise, I want you to close your eyes. You're in a safe space. You can trust me. I'm your friend. Just relax, 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 relax. And close those beautiful, precious eyes. Close those beautiful, loving eyes. Just for a moment. Now as you have those eyes closed, those pretty, 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 pretty eyes, I want you to imagine a time, an experience where you felt absolute joy. Just a moment where you felt absolute joy. It can be any moment. It can be in solitude. It could be with friends, with family, with a lover. And as you're thinking about that memory, I just want you to welcome it in, like if you're giving it a hug. That motion of just come on in. Come on in. If you need to look at me so you can see, come on in. Come on in. Now, I want you to think about a time where you were very pleased with yourself. You accomplished something that made you so happy, so proud, so open to your future endeavors. And I want you to welcome that memory in, welcome it in, welcome it in. Amen. I want you to think about a time that you spent with your family, with your friends, that you laughed so much, so hard that you could barely breathe in the moment, but it was just such a beautiful experience. Allow it in. Thank these memories for existing. Allow them in, allow them in. Amen. Now I want you to, in the same respect, think about the things that you want. Think about the things that you want in your life. Think about that 5-year goal. Think about that short-term goal. Think about that money you want to see in the bank. Think about that job you want to attain. Think about that personality you want. Think about the love that you want in your life. Think about that car. Think about that thing you've just been waiting for. All of the things that you want. Think about those things, and I want you to say yes and allow them in like this. Okay? Think about all of those things, and as you're thinking about them, each thought, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, 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 yes. I receive that. I receive that. I receive that. Amen. I receive that. I receive that. That is mine. It belongs to me. That is mine. It belongs to me. Yes. 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 Give yourself that opportunity to see that future as yours. See those goals as attainable. See that future as already in the bag. Amen, amen. How do you feel? Open your eyes or keep them closed if you're still envisioning that beautiful life. But how do you feel? Do you feel like you're ready to let go of that old story so that you can receive that new story? Do you feel like you're ready to let go of that old story so that you can finally dive into that new story, that story that you just saw, that you said yes to? Did you mean it? Do you mean it? Are you saying yes? Then you gotta let go of that old story. You gotta let go of that old story. I'm almost crying right now because I just know that it's so hard to do that. But you have it in you because you just welcomed in all of those things, because you know deep down in your heart that it's possible, that you're possible. There's no such thing as impossible. You can make those things happen for your life. Sorry. Bless. These are not tears of sadness. These are tears of joy, because I know in my heart that you can get those things, that you can attain those things, but you just gotta believe yourself, and you gotta be kind to yourself, and you gotta let go of the old story to make room for the new one. And I know that you're ready to do it because you just did that exercise with me. And I'm not there physically, but I'm there in spirit. And if I was able to feel you in that emotion and cry with you, please know I am with you. The universe is with you. There's fireworks because they're so excited for you. Amen. Bless. And my dog is not even barking right now. That is a sign. That is just divine timing. Amen. God bless you. I love you. Universe bless you always. Tenfold. Say yes to your future. Say yes to your new story. And we will talk tomorrow. New time. We'll be talking every day at 6 p.m. Monday to Friday at 6 p.m. I will be posting a new video, so look out for that video. And if you can't watch it at 6, just make sure you put the little subscribe bell on so that you know the notification and you won't miss a video. If you are not subscribed and you're still watching, please, my love, subscribe. I'd love to have you a part of this community. It's a beautiful, growing, and glowing community. And you are so loved. And you are so worthy. And I hope you feel enlightened. I hope that you feel a peace, a sense of peace, a sense of self-love, and just excited for this new story, this new chapter. You gotta give yourself the chance. There's so much waiting for you, so many blessings just knocking at your door. Amen. Receive them. Open your heart up to them. You can do this. You can do all things. You are resilient. You've made it through so much already. Prove to yourself again that you are strong. Amen.